Welcome back, folks. It is 5:11 on this terrific Tuesday evening. I'm Josephine Sage. Let's jump right into the forecast. Right now, as we take a look outside at America's Mattress Live Tower Cam, we've got a little bit more cloud coverage than expected as we get into these evening hours, even compared to, well, just about 24 hours ago. However, as we get into the rest of the work week, we're going to continue to have a little bit more cloud coverage while shielding that sun from us. As we get into tomorrow, we're even going to get just a little bit of a drop in temperatures. We'll take a look at these weather headlines and notice that we're going to drop several degrees every single day as we get into those later work week days. And come that weekend, we might even drop a full 10 degrees on Sunday and even into Monday. We'll notice there is chances of showers rolling on in tomorrow afternoon, continuing for about the next 48 to 72 hours. In those higher elevation regions above 10,000 feet, that means the Elkhead ranges, the Gore ranges, the Park ranges could be receiving even up to 2 inches of snow. We'll take a look here more nationally that Pacific Northwest low that's been moving on into the forecast area is starting to, well, really amplify over the Great Basin as we get into early Thursday morning to give some pretty widespread showers along those northern states and focus along those northern areas here on the western slope. And as we also take a look at how this high pressure over Colorado is going to move on out fairly quickly as this cold front pushes on in, followed of course by those widespread storms. Come Thursday, that low pressure will still have itself centered over, well, eastern Colorado, leaving us with some cooler temperatures. We'll notice in that overall setup for tomorrow that those widespread showers will start to make its way across the Great Basin and through that Salt Lake City area, and even into those evening hours get really close to, well, that Colorado and Utah border. And speaking of that snow, I did mention over those northern mountains, it's really going to focus on those northern Rockies through Montana, where some areas could be getting up to 15 inches of snowfall. A lot less for us here in Colorado. But speaking of that, if you have mountain travel planned, especially for this Halloween weekend, keep in mind that Colorado's chain law has been active since the beginning of September and will stay active until the end of May. So make sure you have those chains, make sure you have those snow tires, and, well, put them on if you see those yellow and those orange blinking lights along that I-70 corridor. We will notice as we get into tomorrow as well, those cooler temperatures are going to start pushing its way down from the Pacific Northwest to actually drop us about a full 15 degrees below those seasonal averages, like I mentioned, on Sunday and Monday. That first hard freeze will be here on October 30th. But for right now, we are on that cool down for the evening. 69 in Grand Junction, 64 in Montrose, and in those 60s in Glenwood Springs, and even cool 50s as we look towards Aspen and Gunnison. Our almanac will show us that we were pushing about a full 10 degrees above that seasonal average, but I did mention that will very quickly shift in the next 48 to 72 hours as we drop down just about 5 degrees every single day. Tonight, feeling 44 in Grand Junction, 40 in Montrose, sub-freezing ranges at 29 in Carbondale, and 25 as we look towards Gunnison. We'll notice tomorrow afternoon feeling a few degrees cooler in most areas, 73 in Grand Junction, 68 in Montrose, 62 even in Gunnison. So definitely on that cooler side of things as we jump into the middle of the work week. And speaking of the middle of the work week, well, we'll notice 44, 45, 39 for those evening lows as we get into Thursday and Friday. And I did mention dropping a full 10 degrees from Saturday into Sunday, where we will be feeling 55. And that early work week for, well, Halloween, dropping into those 50s for afternoon highs and sub-freezing temperatures. Montrose, a few degrees cooler, mid-60s for a while until we drop down back into those 40s for the afternoon highs and 30s and 20s even for evening lows.